team ban.
Okie dokie.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Radiant
Score. That's what we have to do. Score. Wait, who's Radiant? Who's Dire? Dire, Radiant, Yellow Submarine. Dire, very.
seconds remaining.
Oh, what a pain in the ass.
5 seconds remaining.
Okie dokie. Welcome back, everyone. Here we are with your best of 5. It's the second place decider match here between Yellow Submarine and Just Error. That's right, it's the ex-VP stack adding in Sumail, Zayat. We've also got ourselves, Ramses, Solo, no one there. We're bringing it together for a Game 1 victory against Yellow Submarine as we get cracking with Game 2 and a bit of a different draft as I'm joined by Peksu. We've got Io, first phase for Yellow Submarine.
Banned by up himself. Time Yellow Submarine had it yesterday.
Dire team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Confident with but then we see Spectre for a while. It has been banned in that is the rate that
10 seconds remaining.
Later on.
5 seconds remaining.
Harder up.
Yeah, because we saw a similar thing where they had Io Slardar, right? And Mud Golems had Crystal Maiden plus Lifestealer or something
Radiant
like that. Void, yeah.
Bad.
Sven stands ready.
Oh, it's going to be Sven, though, this time around. So maybe the Io sticks with a Sven early on.
Dire team ban.
Either way, even if together it's gonna game probably even together, so
Works out nicely. Viper Band, of course, against that Spectre. You don't want to be chased around the map with Nether Toxin.
Radiant team
Start
ban.
to see where they head here as a respect band for the No One Enigma getting taken out very early on this drafting phase. We haven't seen much Sven either from anyone, never mind Yellow Submarine. Is it a hero that you think matches well against the Spectre?
10 seconds remaining. Ban.
Spectre later on this very fun carry on carry matchup. How that will
10 seconds remaining.
then kinda is I don't know if
5
it's
seconds remaining.
Spectre, I don't
Radiant
Same like
team
Spectre.
ban.
type of matchup. Can I either one?
10 seconds remaining.
I wouldn't say I don't see this
5 seconds remaining.
either.
Dire team ban.
Hard to say. Farming. Ben has more.
Yeah.
Spectre is kinda
10 seconds remaining.
And I guess you're kind of racing with the Sven a little bit. Like Sven, of course, has the built-in cleave, but we've seen Spectre with Dispersion Blade Mail just clearing through Ancients quickly as well. So you have these two carry heroes kind of racing to that early team fight point in sort of 20 minutes into the game. Clockwork, Magnus, Disruptor, and Tide actually all joining the ranks of the band heroes. Disruptor's been a good one for Yellow Submarine, you know, in some of the wins they've had where it's like, yeah, we need that position 5 that, you know, really can start a team fight, especially when you've got a hero like Io. You need someone to go along and actually kick things off. There is that Slardar that they used previously with the Io partner.
Io, so
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Like that those are just later on the game. Not that strong again.
Dire team pick.
It can really help the Spectre. That might.
Third pick, Doom. I guess flexible across the mid and the position
Radiant
3.
team pick.
Potentially Posfor, like Zayats. Yeah, Zayats loved playing Doom back in the day, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a high guy, and Zayak both kind of popular.
10 seconds remaining.
I like to do big.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess even dooming the IO, right? Making sure that a lot of the heals don't come out, or like sneaky relocate tether plays. Venomancer now. Oh, we love the Venomancer against these, you know, tanky melee cores, especially in lane.
Right now, the
10 seconds remaining.
Now it's even
5 seconds remaining.
I am very quite sure that when a support, let's say you get that Ice Ogre
Dire team ban.
problem on this Ice Ogre, right? There is an ancient risk. Can't forget that.
Radiant team ban.
First that armor, and yeah, we'll have.
Yeah. The fact that Yellow Submarine don't really have a great pipe builder.
Dire
Like Slardar kind of wants, you know, the Blink BKB Ags kind of item. Sven's never going to buy pipe. Io maybe can, but that would be, you know, potentially after the mech or after, you know, Urn or whatever else. Enchantress, it's probably going to be her if anyone. And against the Veno, it often feels like you need the pipe.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't have anyone who
5 seconds
the pipe
remaining.
value can value more. Earlier you have it, the better. While the pipe is gonna be way down way faster. We're lacking a pipe here.
Radiant team pick.
Impossible to pick a mid hero now that's going to buy pipe is an impossibility almost.
Quite good as well.
10 seconds
They're gonna have the
remaining.
issue
Dire
early
team
on in.
pick.
Oh, so I was thinking like Invoker or something to come out here for just error and just keep that, you know, fast-paced tempo going while the Spectre can farm. You know, having EMP against Slardar Sven, especially pre-BKB, burning their mana, catching, you know, Io with a tornado or a cold snap could have been huge. But I think Pugna here adds that extra bit of tower damage that maybe you were lacking from the rest of your heroes, because
5
Pugna
seconds
Veno
remaining.
together they are probably the best pairing of slow siegers in the game. You know, you make a bunker of plague wards, you get to a tower, you just blast it down. You don't need to really commit.
I like the push. Very, very strong. Yeah, annoying to do. Pugna is like. But they definitely do well. Apply so much. Maybe even invade the
You may now select your heroes.
Yeah.
Probably going for just have, even though Beno and Pagna are good powers, they're also kind of have much time.
Yeah, you can't really build up and set up for stuff when invokers, you know, ghost walking and getting into your back lines. So there we have it. Drafts all done. So we get ourselves ready for game 2 here in a best of 5 between Just Error and Yellow Submarine. A match in the playoffs for the closed qualifiers. The Epic League. Yellow Submarine there, the Yatoro, Sven, Eosa, Miposhka, Enchantress, which has been one of his favorite heroes of late. Collapse, moving away from the Mars and onto the Slardar, forced by Tokyo, that invoker. So Just Error, what do we got? That is the Pos 3 Veno and Pos 4 Zayat's Doom, like we kind of talked about. Moving Sumail, keeping Sumail in that mid lane. The old Pugna, Actor of course, and the Crystal Maiden for solo. Get into things.
Likely just no. When are gonna be?
Prepare for battle.
I've got goosebumps.
Are they not? But running top.
I've got goosebumps.
It's just not fair.
Don't be mad.
Get up there as quickly as you can.
Fight me.
My console command's gone. There we go. Good luck, Miposhka says.
Cool of you.
404 might need at this game.
This is going to be
Zayat's up top with Bracer as his first item. It's like no one trying to get into boots early. Anything out of the ordinary? Everything looks pretty standard item-wise. No sneaky like all the Venoms or anything like that at level 1. Double ring of regen on the IO. Try and keep that Sven safe and sound up against the Venomancer. So you need that bit of sustain.
30
Do you think
seconds
Miposhka
to
plays
battle.
top or the IO plays top, actually? Nice little Stormhammer.
Yeah, just through.
Body blocks from Zayats. They slow no one down and take him to about half HP. Don't think they can kill him or finish him off, but they forced them away from the bounty runes, and they should get both of them up here, in fact. As Collapse gets forced away from his bounty down bottom, Ramsey's going to close him out, and they do get the 2 for 2. So
Bad to
bad.
go bottom.
Look at him, just walking in front of the tower. Oh, he scouts the observer ward. So now he knows, yeah, now he knows there's an observer ward somewhere in that area because of the tower aggro in the fog. And no sentries on couriers or anything like that. Just a quick little check. Slardar IO together, we've seen this plenty of times. Tether with Sprint allows you to maneuver through the river very, very quickly. Oh, Doom? Okay, he's TPing out. Zayat's brought very low, having Stormhammers chucked at him.
Early laning stage. Finds a good creep. pretty close to.
The Ice Ogre. Mid lane 5 and 2 start for Pugna. I think Pugna used to be used as kind of a direct counter to the... Oh, top lane, no one actually killed off by the Sven. Miposhka looks like he's healthy enough to get back into the tree line. Yellow Submarine with a good start up in that top lane.
Problem for the Sven is that Benno is that it doesn't really fight anything to help. Right now, these early few levels, they want, they
yeah, Stormhammer Impetus. They've got the damage to do it. 2-0 start.
This lane is problematic in that sense. Can't do much. Go on them. Once they get some levels, and you're gonna be able to stay. First few levels, they're not.
Yeah, Venom trying to get to boots. Does bring out some tangos for Zayat. Staying a bit. Now they've got some plague wards to play with. Level 1 though, so it's only a couple of hits for Miposhka to clear them out. Bottom, Ramses again just being pressured here as the bash onto Solo, showing him who's boss in this lane. Slardar nearly topping the CS board here and having a great time down here. Back to that mid lane, like Pugna was always kind of considered a counter somewhat to Invoker, but that was mainly back when it was Exort Invoker that was the favorite of a lot of these mid players. But it's still incredibly good here. You know, his attack animation, his damage, the ability to shove waves though seems like the most important with his blast. Zayat's dead again. We've got Stormhammer. No impetus for another 3 seconds, but the right clicks come through. Finding yet another kill in that top lane, and this Sven, not only is he free farming 19 and 3, but he's also got 2 kills and an assist to his name. All down bottom, they're going again. Solo frostbites them up. So bad and Collapse are giving chase. Ramses Spectre tanky enough to stand in between them both. And Solo gets away, but for how long? Collapse is going for the bash and the kill.
You let your guard down.
Lot of sustain. Water. Stay on this lane. Yellow Submarine. Spectre is still fine, but Water is definitely. Oh, I might just die again.
Yeah, it looks like it gets a frostbite off.
Dire's middle tower.
As his dying breath and that final tap from Collapse finishes them off again. 5-0. Laning stage, a cracking one for Yellow Submarine. The only one they're struggling in is that mid lane for Toronto Tokyo, but we know how quickly Invoker can catch up with a good couple of rotations.
I do as well.
Geez, so he is, yeah. And top lane, they're being aggressive onto Miposhka. Thought maybe the Enchantress would be the first one to fall as they do get the Gale, but they deny. Not a single kill. Okay, they kill the Courier. They have 1 kill to their name now.
Yeah, this bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And they might kill him again, you know. Oh, gets through the trees with a Spectral Dagger.
It's hard to dive him because otherwise he would just die. But yeah, so much harass here. Kills him like here.
And now all the bounty runes as well. Soban goes and grabs one. No bottles coming out though. Sumail gonna get tagged by that Tornado EMP. Wait, Sven going back into jungle for a little bit. Morbid Mask already there for him. And Enchantress gets a little bit of time to get some experience top.
Faster for him. He might go back.
Solo's dead again. Oh, maybe not. There, get him. Solo is 0-3-0 right now, just getting run at. This overcharge giving that attack speed to Slardar, allowing these bashes to come so quickly.
Overcharge. Louder. That's why this lane is such
scanning.
a strong. There's a reason banning Wisp. When yesterday when Mad Golems won that game, like Yellow Submarine somewhat through them. They had a really good start again, and at the same time, same lane, and they were kind of destroying Ford in this lane. Ford, who is ever going to be in, gonna have some hard time trying.
Yeah, they're going to feed a little bit. With Sven in the jungle, though, it does mean that no one in Zayat are able to get a free lane for themselves now. You know, they're completely free farming. They're pressuring the tower with a catapult wave, giving that frost armor, ice armor, like you were saying, creeps onto the catapult. Poshka not really able to defend this too well. See if maybe Toronto Tokyo wants to TP up there to stop the push coming. For now, it's all
Dire's top tower
allowing 404 to do what they want up here, and even killing off Poshka.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
The wand on it. Dear. Still the
Best he can.
Dire's structures
Power alive.
are
They
fortified.
did.
Dire's
Run
bottom
this.
tower
Yeah, they're trying to kill him off. Oh, the frostbite stops the extra bashes coming. He's ready with it. But Ramsey's out of regen now.
And
Dire's top tower is under attack.
back to his pen. Sven will farm in the jungle so much faster than Spectre will, especially at this. He has a Mask of Madness, and Spectre has gonna be able to jungle.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Sven is gonna have every time in the.
And Sven is just on an Iron Talon now for Sven as well. He's just stacking camps for himself. He's farming through them very quickly. And quite often we see them kind of transition down to the triangle where they can start stacking Ancients. It doesn't feel like he needs to. He's got a much smoother farm pattern through here with the 3 or 4 camps that he's just clearing over and over again. The tier 1 tower falls top though, and now Venomancer kind of rotating bottom. Might have a bit of a lane swap as Ramses will probably move up to farm out the large camp and the triangle up in the Radiant side of the map. Toronto Tokyo invis behind the tier 1. No one. Stranded a little bit. Probably going to get dived in about 10 seconds, maybe sooner. Go straight with a Cold Snap EMP. Tornado, TP's coming through. No Tornado from the Invoker. Holding that one. Solo does react with Zayats down to bottom. And Sven has made that move into the triangle now. There's even a bounty rune there ready for him to pick up. Camps. Make some... relocate top. Yeah, you're right. Miposhka gets killed, but Sumail gets annihilated. That relocate play is going to come back down bottom lane and look at where 404 are starting to set up around it. So bad, the IO does get stunned mid-tether, and it looks like the Slardar is going to try his best here to maybe get a crush and a stun onto anyone. They Stormhammer the Doom, and the Horn comes in. 404 trying to fight this with no one and Solo pressing forward, but Ramsey's Horn just going to lead to another retreat here.
Saya kill, but half minutes, they're not gonna have respect.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Can someone please take the bounty rune? Oh my god. Please take the bounty rune. There's 10 seconds until another one spawns. Miposhka, Yatora, please. Thank you. Yeah. Where's the action rune? DD from
Dire's
Miposhka.
middle tower
Alright.
is under attack.
Man, Yatora with 5,000 net worth. He is going to be an absolute monster. Spectre, what is she at? 3k? Phase Boots, Wraithband, working towards Blade Mail, I assume.
No one has the farming pretty well. Then no one maybe didn't have the best, like, able to just stay on this lane and spam these lanes to kind of getting big.
Yeah, he's going to bring a lot of that utility, right? He's got Urn. Mech is coming out, I believe. Yeah, it's fully done. Delivered to him now. But Crush, initiation from the blink of collapse, and no one. And he's down to half HP. The relocate from So Bad is going to try and maneuver him back into the fountain. Healing up through the Poison Nova, and another TP, this time Solo, arriving, trying to walk through the ice wall, and they find the Invoker. Sumail annihilates him. life drain, and so bad tether back stopped again. Solo with the quick fingers, frostbiting him up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
No one again building this weird tanky Venomancer mech. Pretty annoying to deal with. Force and poison sting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Can I do the same thing?
Radiant structures are
Hold this
fortified.
power again, and now it's own. Now they're leading
Dire's
enemy
bottom
tier 1
tower
power
is
on
under
this
attack. Dire's bottom tower
bottom
has
side,
fallen.
so problem is the
Radiant are
Vector is
scanning.
farming Ben sliming is
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
just that exit. Gonna look to fight.
Decrep onto no one. He's already maxed up. The Tornado EMP catching Solo. And no one, he's kind of stuck there on the high ground. The Frostbite comes, but no one on Solo. Still trying to battle the Sumail. Does finish off the Invoker. They'll lose 2 heroes in the exchange for this one. Crystal Maiden finally to that impetus hit, but so bad in the back. Not able to deal with Zayat and his aggression, while they got strength from Yatoro. Looking for any target he can go on. Limited on mana though. 1 Stormhammer is all he's got as he does manage to get some back. And a double kill for Collapse. Finally Sven coming out of that jungle. You mentioned the Echo Saber timing and he uses it very nicely there. But it still does feel like very even. This whole laning stage, 12 minutes, I've been thinking Yellow Submarine, they're getting a good lead, they're looking really strong, but the net worth difference between the two sides is nothing.
Because of the 404 did well was that they decided again defending this bottom tower. They never let this. No one has been able to get the power and get some kills. Gold did, even they had a good start on Yellow Sub. Never
Dire are
excellent
scanning.
power. Now they're
Dire's
gonna
middle
finally
tower is
probably
under
take.
attack. Radiant's bottom
But,
tower is under attack.
They're already
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, and here's that hero pairing, right? Venomancer with the Plague Wards, Pugna with the Blast, you're just chipping away at towers, and it's really difficult to breach past the Plague Wards and find the Crystal Maiden and the Pugna, who are lurking in behind no one. Move in with Collapse, and so bad. They do have the Blink Slardar to make the jump, and he's got Hood queued up. Don't know if he's going to go for the pipe. It looks like Hood into Aghanim Scepter is what the Slardar wants. Now you need something, some kind of magic damage mitigation there. Sven rebuilds his Mask of Madness. Disassembled it for the Echo Saber, then back into it. Of course, BKB Aghanim Scepter you mentioned during the draft is big timing coming.
Spells item. White non BKB I think is large enough. The Aghanim is the last part of that kind.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, then you got this Invoker. Crossflex, yes, but Meteor Hammer coming out, the old Thompson build. And it's kind of nice this game. There's not that many stuns that are going to stop the channeling, and he's very likely going to be able to, Ghost Walk and clear waves, get a bit of damage onto towers. Yeah, they catch Sumail. Toronto Tokyo started off, Meteor Hammer landing and getting him the kill as well.
But then,
Radiant's bottom
Okay,
tower is under attack.
Talent that
Yeah.
now you don't have.
well-gotten gains.
Gets more point. Vex, I think. Now. Gonna be able to farm camps pretty fast, and he's. That's already.
Yeah, it's a nice little build up as well, and I guess. So I was going to say, I guess if Io is building Urn, then Invoker doesn't really want to go for it, but neither of them are.
Yeah.
Neither of them have Urn or the idea to go Spirit Vessel. It looks like.
Or, but then again. Yeah, I guess Invoker could have it, but it. I do not go.
Spectre now gets a free lane. Blade Mail done, moving into Manta style, I assume. And the rest of 404, they've actually breached up into the Dire jungle to give a bit of a safety net there for the Spectre, so no real ways to go and gank her. Io Slardar just shoving out bottom lane, already with relocate available if need be. Like, you see so bad, he's lurking in behind the Slardar, ready to save him or move him out across the map if need be. With all the tier 1 towers gone, though, it starts to become a little more challenging for 404 to find, an easy objective for them to go for. Roshan's not easy for them. So it feels like map control is going to be where they head towards.
Bomb right now. Can.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Glyphing the creep wave.
Radiant's bottom tower
Ramses is gonna
is
get
under
the farm
attack.
a little bit better now. He's farming
Dire's
a lot
top
of
tower
attacks on
is
day.
under attack.
Kinda catching up a bit.
Radiant are
Far away from the
scanning.
Sven, but guess that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top
They
tower
might look a little
is under
sooner.
attack.
Toronto, Tokyo, Meteor Hammer, and Ghost walks away from mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Grouping up with the rest of his squad down in that bottom lane as they do clear out the tier 2 thanks to God Strength. But 404, smoke popped. They know someone's up on the high ground, scouting them now.
Dire's top tower
Boschka and
is under
Collapse
attack.
all falling back.
Radiant's
And this
bottom
opens the map up again.
is under
Sven is
attack.
able to come top as this long sweep through the river has forced 404 all to kind of group up together, a little less efficient with how they're farming now. What's next for Invoker? He's got 2,000 gold saved up, and we know how much Toronto Tokyo loves boots of travel. I'm just wondering if he goes the same direction, because he's kept the boots open.
Yeah, he might. And also, what action this?
Yeah, they've got like Slardar to set up. Yeah, Roshan's down to half HP. The DD from Ramsey's helping out, but it was scouted by Sunstrike, and now the rest of the cavalry arrive. Collapse, thinking about initiating, but he's been frostbitten now. Ramsey's jumping forward with Zayat, actually, with that Blink Dagger, but the two-man Stormhammer forcing the poison over onto nobody, and the Tornado EMP catching the Doom on the retreat, while Ramsey's stuck on the low ground. A lot of spells used to zone out your opponents there. Freezing Field really forcing Yellow Submarine to stick back and not commit. But Roshan, it's been halted.
Okay, Sven has a big AB now, so there's.
See how 404 defends that mid-tier 1. Spectre does still have the Haunt. Sumail Pugner with Blink Ether Lens, so a lot of initiation range or escape range there for him. No one, and Zayat make the play onto the IO, but the Ice Wall Tornado and the EMP clearing through solo as the Horn. It does arrive, but Sumail has to run away. Ramses can't really fight into this because Yotoro's slapping into his Pugner. A nice decrap into the urn there, and Zayat's going to try and sprint back. Collapse, his Blink Dagger being cancelled out by the Plague Wards. Can't get on top of the Doom. Maybe he can, though. Oh, the jump forward and finds him.
middle tower is under attack.
A soldier's fortune.
There's gonna be more here though. No one TP.
Well, Sven is maybe stuck a little bit in mid lane. Hit by the Gale. Trying to get away, but the jump and the War Stomp, the Doom's there, and Yotoro getting caught out. The life drain sucks him out, and Zayat still gets the War Stomp onto the Slardar. Deafening Blast pushes him back, but the Doom is surviving. He's actually sustained through it all. And Sumail, this life drain is annihilating them. One by one, they're falling to the little green skeleton man.
Is wasted on the living.
Nice buyback from Zayak and nothing. Know that they used to be KB, and they were able to. Submarine getting a bit power that also Sobat had no mana to save the Sven. There's a big fight from Zayak, and they are able to actually take that fight and take the really big Sven.
Yeah, stealing it away.
better timings dying like that is really... We're having really good time. Every time like that happens, every time Sven dies like that, it's gonna hurt in the game quite a lot for them because Spectre is farming and getting big. Spectre is still far away from he's gonna have Manta coming up and one more item after that, then he's gonna be like on kinda his peak. Spectre is still the more. Sven is starting to be at that point now. He fights. Axe is still
Radiant's middle
coming
tower
up.
is under attack.
Right now with this peak, every time they don't win a fight hard, it will.
Yeah, one of those proverbial power spikes for Sven. And we do see what the Invoker's buying now. BKB's coming out. He had like 4,000 gold saved in the last fight. Does finally manage to spend it now, so another little addition there for Yellow Submarine.
Having this BKB is definitely needed for him. Like as why he's going. He does look a little bit odd when he...
And brown boots.
yeah.
Smoke again from 404. That definitely got Yellow Submarine under their boots a little bit now. The fear and threat of the Spectre with Aegis, Haunt, Manta, Blade Mail. No one with Greaves heading into Lotus Orb, so even more utility, tankiness, and sustain from them. As they ping out the IO, I think Sumail there spotted him just for a second, and Solo, with the wraparound, finds the IO. Now they give chase as the backstab comes and a Blink War Stomp. It's onto the Slardar, so IO's still half HP and healing them up, but the catch is there. Quick little Crystal Nova, Solo makes sure that the IO dies.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
He doesn't die. They kill him. Basically 5-man rotation.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
And Toronto Tokyo is lurking in the trees, cuts the wave a little bit. Forces out a glyph, but tier 1 tower denied mid lane means Solo resets the glyph for them as well. Sven, still about 1,000 away from Aghanim Scepter. At that point, he should be feeling real strong to go and fight, but they found Slardar. Collapse, drained of his life. No one trying to get the Gale and close the gap. He's popped his sprint, and the Glimmer Cape will buy a bit of space for him, but the Blink War Stomp. Zayats with these reinitiations, really beautifully done. They're trying to heal up the Collapse through all the damage over time, and it looks like they've successfully done so. But Ramses is haunting. They're diving tier 3s. Pengsu, they're just going wild into this dire base. Toronto Tokyo's had a BKB, but in comes the Stormhammer. The Manta dodge from Ramses. Gorgeous stuff as Solo's Courier gets sniped all the way through that team fight. But Yellow Submarine have to smoke. They want to go and make a play right now. They know that a decent amount has been expended here by the Radiant. Pugna decreps, has a Blink Dagger to jump away, and Sumail's out of there. There's no way to catch him, and a 3-man stomp again. This Zayat's do, making the plays, does get his ulti off there, but the BKB Ghost Trick from Sven still means he's strong and ready to fight. Turns on to Ramses' Spectre. Aegis still in the pockets there, though. And no one going to pop the Essence Ring, gets bashed up by Collapse, but they've got the decrep, the saves, and the freezing field in the back. Ramses once again returns to the fight. He'll lose his first life, but it's all buying time for this Poison Nova to do damage over time and tickle down the dire heroes as the Spectre comes back. Does get clipped by the Meteor Hammer as Invoker stuns him up, but the Sven's so low, and the rest of 404 just continue giving chase. Toronto Tokyo, he'll die under that Nether Blast and the click from Solo, and Miposhka with Yatoro under this tier 2 tower. Again, the life drain comes through, and a Pugna looking for this team wipe, but Miposhka does manage to TP home safe and sound, only to witness the rest of his team really just crumbling.
Bottom tower is under attack.
This'll come in
So
handy.
hard. Let's start at this like dive. Almost gets the Blink out. Sure, they kill the Sayak. Sayak still does his work. Then they're able to kite that fake.
Scanning.
You can see after the BK, and there's so much like slows, just Veno and the Spectre, all of these ways of like kiting this Ven. It's like you can't do much.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just get kited and it's starting to look really bad for fights now with one of the better timings, and Spectre now has halfway to Butterfly, so that's I don't really see Spectre anymore. How hard it was already to kill it. Without this Butterfly, I don't see them. But at the same time, I gotta give it to Zayak as well. Zayak is doing some... maybe dying in this fight. Not even.
Dire's middle
It's
tower
like kind of
is under
sacrificing
attack.
himself to better like in condition.
Yeah, every time I see a team fight kick off, it's always Zayats, you know, going in, finding these blink war stomps, and you know, without him, you wouldn't be able to continue the fight. He's almost acting like, you know, Disruptor, being able to glimpse someone back. He's the one that just keeps finding that additional target, that additional initiation to keep the fight going. And now control of the map for 404. Roshan fast spawn just under 2 minutes away. So this area around the pit of vital importance to both teams. And we do need to see that bottom lane get maintained by the Radiant in a bit.
Actually, right now, now you have your like KB is other timing, but now I think the best timing you have is
Dire's
the
top
axe.
tower is under
Now you can
attack.
definitely, you have the potential. Most
Radiant's middle
Venom
tower
will
is
be
under attack. Dire's top tower
Fighting
is
Grissom.
under attack.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I was saying that this is a good timing, but there is some ways of hiding it. As now has a blink. Reactions.
Dire's
Getting
top
caught
tower
with the stun
is under
either.
attack.
See how it's gonna work.
Radiant's
Going high
structures
ground,
are fortified.
forcing Glyph on tier 3. 404 just not responding. They're like, yeah, okay, you're doing this again. You're going to try and force us to TP back. We're going to stay up top. Smoking through. Invoker TPing mid tier 2. Look at this Venomancer already in position, trying to scout out, putting Plague Wards down, looking for this smoke wraparound. They've got a good idea that Yellow Submarine are making this play towards the Roche Pit. Collapse leading the charge. Gale comes out and the Blink War Stomp finds the IO, the perfect target. That Stormhammer not great as the Tornado clips them all, and they've already killed off so bad with no buyback there. The Poison Nova comes out from no one. Sven trying to focus in onto the Veno, but a Decrep saves his life. Still has the ability to skirt away from danger as a BKB now comes through, but the Stormhammer and the damage to Male Decrep Glimmer. Oh, they're going to get away. He blinks out there. Even with the dust, they can't catch him. They don't have the deal with that Pugna. A Yellow Submarine on the retreat out is Slardar. He's got his Aghanim Scepter making a puddle up in the top left corner of the map, but Spectre and Doom giving chase. Zayats doesn't have Blink. He can't Blink War Stomp this one.
One kill though. Oh, like actually, all died as well. All like a lot of action there. Sven getting kited a lot. That was also without the Ramses having the butterflies.
Dire's
They're not really
top
just
tower is under attack.
finding those, starting the fight, kinda getting a little bit maybe frustrated, like constantly or scouting them.
Dire are scared.
Zayak kinda getting stomped first, finding that.
We'll get a bit of revenge on Zayats now. Or potentially. He's pretty tanky on this Doom. Collapse is there with Alacrity on him, though. And yeah, that fight, they had the Tornado hit a couple of heroes and Stormhammer overlapped with it. So, you know, Sven wasn't able to actually get his damage in fast enough, and it gave time for 404 to react.
They have no glyph for this. They know this on no outside of yeah. I guess they're a bit scared. Like they think buyback as well.
And Spectre Horn, and Ramses is a DD rune now.
Trying to save as much.
And Roshan in 15 seconds. Well, they see Yellow Submarine coming towards mid. 404 have a good idea of what they're heading in towards. Roshan in 2.
Gotcha.
This Dire Vision looking like? So they've got one Dire Ward deep behind tier 2 mid lane. Don't think it's going to scout them out. 404 have already got the Plague Ward set up, the boundary created, the wall has been put up by no one. And Ramses is already in that Roche Pit with Manta Style. DD and Desolate shredding through Roshan incredibly quickly. the response just isn't coming. They Sunstrike and they're like, he's already dead.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Last bit of them. So Aegis.
It's really caught Yellow Submarine off guard there. Invoker did pick up a Blink Dagger. Going into the Solar Crest to try and buff up his Sven. Io has 4 neutral items. Shuffling between the Shovel, which he'll use now, and then back into Philosopher's Stone. Guess whenever that's on cooldown. When I see position 1 heroes, or players, we've seen Yatoro do this a couple of times now, go for Shadow Blade. It really does indicate that they feel like they're behind and they need some kind of surprise factor to come back into the game, doesn't it?
Also Silver
yeah.
very well against the Spectre. If you, maybe one way that they think you have that, they can maybe kill this. However, the problem is that you still have
immediately using that Silver Edge to punish the Venomancer. Doom comes out onto Slardar. Bit of a wonky events there for 404. The Spectre's TP's up towards top lane. Get that free farm going and shove the wave out. Gotta be careful though, this bottom lane we've seen time and time again. This Dire team come in, try and take it down. Have the Radiant had a... I guess the Radiant had a repair kit or something, right? Because that tower's definitely healed up. Tornado with the Ice Wall, solo, and Zayats, he pops his BKB to dodge the Storm Hammer. Invoker has to use his as well, as he does meet it Deafening Blast, but the Life Drain, keeping Solo alive. They jump with Collapse onto the Pugner, the Sunstrike clears up the Crystal Maiden. And Zayats is still going with Ramses onto Toronto Tokyo. They get the Blink War Stomp once more. The 1-for-1 trade, paying off nicely, and Veno does buy back. Close to respawning. Expending that money to force the team fight around this bottom lane area. Not bad from either team, honestly. Oh, well, so bad. I didn't realize he was relocating back into the middle of them all. Now it looks pretty good for 404.
Radiant are scanning.
buyback from Veno, maybe. Another BKB. Actually, no. Invoker. Sven was able to not. Still, yeah. I'm trying to find ways how they deal with.
Dire's middle
There's
tower
Aegis,
is
and
under
Aegis
attack.
maybe
Dire's structures
still
are
hard.
fortified.
Like expected just. Fighting with.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Like that was also fight without Doom. Fight they're gonna have.
True. Slaughter BKB into Nullifier. They've had enough of these decrep plays coming out of Pugner. Take a while for him to get there, though. Only a 2k lead for 404. Even if it does feel like holding on to this Aegis for another minute and a half, and the fact this Spectre is building up. Got a good amount of progress to make. Scardy's coming soon on Ramses as well. Although he seems a little bit of... Oh, he's stacking, that's why. I thought he was like running away from his ancient camp. A little bit afraid of what's coming. No, just stacking, building up bank.
Scardy for Spectre will have this quite a lot of this kiting wave. Spectre Scardy will just help on that part. You can tank here and
yeah, if they're able to get like a Shivers Guard on someone as well. I see Zayats, queuing it up, having that heal reduction, super good. Like you meant, like even if you just like hit, one of you hits Sven, one of you goes for the IO, all of a sudden the majority of their healing just goes down the drain. A bit of mirror movements from the teams though. Radiant playing up into that top lane as is natural for them. Down bot. Oh, Zayats, Obs and Sentry right on the Collapse's head there. Sees the Slardar, and I wonder if they realize if the vision was actually placed down.
I think.
Illusion.
Can you... I'm trying to remember now. Like, it used to be that you could hear enemy wards being placed, but you can't do that anymore. You can't hear, like, the cast sound of wards, can you? Sven playing into his own vision bottom. Maybe expecting no one or someone to show up down here just to hold the wave back. But 404 are getting ready to group up and actually move out with this level 3 Haunt smoking together. Get reclaimed, but they've got cheese on Spectre still. And they know that they could crack open this top lane, spamming pings, in fact, to say, hey, we've got a big juicy wave up there with double catapults. Let's play into that, get the tier 3. Relocate. It's coming top to clear the wave with the Sven. And this could be a bit of a disaster. Ramsey straight forwards with the dagger, focusing in with the War Stomp there. They Silver Edge, but Dust comes out. Sven's too tanky, though. And they might just have to relocate out. Leave the Sven there. Io does dip back down to bottom lane as Yellow Submarine needs to swing into action because their tier 3 is being annihilated. Double catapult with Spectre on the front lines, and you've already lost that objective in your base.
The best way for Yellow. Try to catch the Pugna. But can't really kill.
They find a Spectre in mid though, and holy crap! Ramsey's destroyed and no one follows him into the grave. Yellow Submarine there with a nice little play surrounding the Spectre, and of course the Silver Edge on Sven. Chain stunning with that Stormhammer, not allowing the cheese to be used.
Ever find the Spectre alone? That was like 5 people.
Trying to catch Sumail as well. Do they have reveal? Dust is in the backpack. It's coming off cooldown now, but Pugna's already blinked away. Nice attempt there from So Bad and Toronto Tokyo. Sumail, such a slippery devil. Spell Prism. Dagon level. What do they find him? Blink War Stomp. And the Doom. Dagon Zap and a life drain there. Body blocks from Zayat, but pushed back by the Deafening Blast. Still going with the Infernal Blade. And Collapse halfway through that duration of Doom, but Invoker's opened himself up, exposed as they pick off Solo. So, Collapse Slardar. He's going to survive this Doom, it looks like, and go back in onto Zayat. A double kill for your Sven. As the aggression, again, just turned.
Wait, it's not that bad. They both scores. How they get that thing? Objectives.
Yeah, like keeping Pugna alive as well. Like basically, you've sacrificed 2 supports there for a kill on Invoker. If we separate the 2 fights, because there's the fight mid where Venno and Spectre die, and a fight up top. I think you're right. Keeping tier 1s alive, making sure that bottom lane especially isn't pushed in hard by the rest of Yellow Submarine. And it's all around this next Roshan respawn, which is pretty long, 2.5 minutes until he comes back. What's up next for Sven? Queued. So he can disassemble his Mask of Madness and go into it. I guess he can also turn the Ags into a Blessing. Did Abyssal next?
Sonic. Bloodleast, like, Bloodthorn Amp. A lot of evasion. Spectre has a lot of. And Venno has Halberd as well.
True.
Yeah, I think the southern.
Radiant are scanning.
Gonna make a Lotus Orb here on the IO. Delivered out now. Has Magic Lamp still. Been a real back and forth game. It's definitely been a game of timings, like you've been pointing out with the Sven especially. But as it drags out, we're hitting 40 minutes now. Do you think he starts to run out of steam, or do you think Corrosive Haze and the IO amping him up and pumping the steroids into Sven's going to keep him relevant in the late game. Oh, and a DD rune as well. Yeah, okay. They jump forward. They find Solo. That'll help out. Stormhammer, long range. Going to actually catch in onto no one. He pops everything. Still has one charge to play with, but doesn't use them. Now Solo's left alone, surrounded by Yellow Submarine heroes. Buyback from the Crystal Maiden as Ramses looks to continue the fight. Focusing so bad with a Blink War Stop. They want this Io dead, but a tether away. Dagon. Not going to work out there as Sobad survives. They will catch out Miposhka though, the sacrifice. Poor little Bambi, but the Haunt arriving. Ramses with a double kill. Finds Sobad, who buys back immediately. Sven double damager and still another 10 seconds on that. Ramses cheese. He pops it and survives. Decrapped up and running back to help out Sumail, who needs to decrap to survive from the Slardar, and Sven is reinitiated again. Toronto Tokyo from the low ground. What's he got? Any spells? Cold snap? Anything? Doesn't look like it. Just Alacrity ready now to put onto the Sven to whack into Ramses. Blade Mail doing a lot of damage back, and now the Mantis Stall comes, but the Stormhammer finishes him off. 4 heroes gone.
My boxers.
Radiant's top tower is under
also
attack. Radiant's top tower.
Oh, the
has
Wisp
fallen.
orbs don't find him.
Radiant's
Oh, but the creeps
tower is
do.
under attack.
The range creep has
Radiant's
followed him into the
structures are
trees.
fortified.
Poor Zayats. Down he goes.
This is gonna be a Rex. They don't have buybacks on the
Radiant's
Ramses.
middle tower has fallen.
Gonna be most likely one side at
Radiant's
least.
middle tower is under
This
attack.
silver is definitely coming
Radiant's
in.
middle tower has fallen.
They're going tier 4s? 50 seconds with no Spectre, God Strength. Look at this, like 900 damage Sven. Doom does arrive with the ulti onto the Sven. BKB already popped by Zayats, and they're gonna kill him off. Yatoro's down for 100 seconds. No one is tanking through all of the damage Collapse is bringing. Zayats is probably gonna fall here though, as Sobad and Toronto Tokyo turn onto him and they focus the tier 4s. Collapse is the core now, he's the big carry. Whacking away at buildings with Alacrity and that Meteor Hammer. Repair Kit can only keep it alive for so long. Disarm the Slardar, quickly move in. They've got 6 seconds for Sumail to respawn and a good freezing field here. Toronto Tokyo cancels it with a cold snap. Lotus Orb on the Invoker and an Ice Wall to slow their retreat. No one. He doesn't have any utility remaining, and the Decrypt's only going to make him die faster. The Meatball and Deafening Blast. Make sure he dies. The throne is still being healed up by the repair kit though. Sumail is blasting them away and keeping himself alive with that life drain. They try and smoke back, but the Ramses Spectre comes back into the battle. Quick tornado, but it doesn't catch him. The Scardy's slow, getting on top of Miposhka and Chantress.
Ramses when there's no Sven. That was very close, getting that
Is
throne.
under attack.
Oh.
That would have probably been fine. But a little at all the Sven was all that magic damage kind of ended up.
Dire's bottom tower
Lifesteal,
is
right?
under attack.
So bad was like 5 seconds. Now it gets
But now Roshan.
404.
Radiant
You're gonna get Roshan most likely unless Collapse is gonna.
are scattered.
Oh, he's gonna try. Blink Crush. Oh my god, he gets it. Aegis is claimed by Collapse. Buyback from no one, and the Spectre haunts. There's mid lane, they're trying to go for throne. They relocated in, but the repair kit and the backdoor regen kicks in, and Solo, he is sniped out by Yatoro. Silver Edge, but the reveal is there, and they're going to find the Sven here, surely taking him down for 100 seconds. What hell?
It's a big try. I can see. Boy, very costly right now.
Spectre has Refresher Shard, so there's another Haunt there for Ramses. Has the cheese. Yes, Collapse got the Aegis steal, but geez.
That was a big Aegis steal, but I will say that was like a good try, really good try from Yellow. Collapse made so chaos as well when he does that, and then that reload. That ended really bad, like heads up play for 4.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, the fact that they were ready to defend is just amazing to me.
Yeah.
Dire's structures.
Ramses attempted the Manta dodge on EMP. Not successful though. Clipping up this tier 3 tower. 48 seconds. for the Sven and the Io. Neither of them have the buyback. Sven needs a good 600 gold. There's no way he's getting it. So a full lane of barracks, it looks like, for 404. Trying to even out this mid lane. And the thing is, Yellow Submarine didn't get the melee mid. They only got the range. They went straight for the tier 4s and the throne. So this is going to be advantage for 404.
Yeah. 404 also has to be careful for that play to happen again. Look,
Dire's middle barracks.
they can still kill this through backdoor, Sven and Aya. But the problem is that they don't have glyph for 1 minute. Kind of have to be at least at 1 minute. Can't let them. They're one more.
I think it's all gone. Because they used one on tier 3 bot and then two on the throne. Because I can't see.
Gone. It is gone. That is.
Yeah,
But it is. They have glyph in 30 seconds. I like what they're doing. Like they know that they might do it again. They're just even.
Yeah, like look, mid wave is here. Top wave Spectre's pushing that out here, and literally 4 heroes sitting there with plague wards being put out by no one as well. They are ready for it. But it's still like a 4k net worth lead for Yellow Submarine. I still feel like 404 are kind of, overall in the driving seat. But like you're mentioning, there's these sneaky little plays that ability, like the win condition. It's the ability just to end the game.
Ever there's like a situation ready for that, they can just game by sudden. They always
sudden death.
Just have to be ready for that. The backdoor potential from Yellow Submarine. That kind of doesn't allow for play super.
I've got 2 minutes on that Aegis on Slaughter as well, so he can play pretty ballsy. Going for the Moon Shard. Amp up that attack speed, as now Sven is likely going to be the one that gets tethered permanently. Smoke out of the base from 404. They can catch the Io or the Sven here. Quick little Silver Edge away. Buyback status, how are we doing on those? Sven has buyback now. Spectre doesn't. Thousands of gold away from it. Slardar Invoker do. So it looks pretty good for Yellow Submarine buyback status-wise anyway, and especially if they're able to fight on their side of the river. Well, the pings are coming out on the throne again, by the way. 404 is like, guys, don't forget. It might be full HP now, but that could change very quickly. The catch Pugna, Sumail, hit by that D-crap, dead, but with buyback.
So. About pushing here. The buyback, so.
Oh, here we go. He gets the doom-up onto the Sven. Oh, they've annihilated him. He's down to half HP, just focusing on the Yatoro, and he's zapped down by the Dagon. He's gone. They can't really bring him back either. Toronto Tokyo's going to get chased down. They've got the reveal, the life drain. He's going to get away with a Ghost Walk and barely survive thanks to the Glimmer Cape. Chase forward, though. Zayat, yet again, wanting to continue the fight, get these targets into his grasp. And Sumail, he's hunting for Toronto Tokyo, dropping low to that Poison Nova. In the back, Collapse does find the Solo Crystal Maiden. BKB TP away.
Bash.
Nothing to cancel it. Oh, he does. Oh, he got the bash. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Abyssal Blade getting the bash onto Collapse, and there's the Aegis popped. Sobad's also come in. He's tried to save his Slardar or something. No one and Zayats are focusing down the Io. The Spectral Haunt now arriving to tether back onto Miposhka. Sobad, he's trying to get out of there, but Zayats and no one close the gap and make sure he can't. While Collapse is found by Sumail off to the left-hand side.
Buyback's on. A good fight, 404, but they still not sure how much are they gonna buybacks on. Especially they has to be like Shumail and all has to be careful. They don't have Haunt either.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Oh, they're moving into top lane. They're going to have to force some of these buybacks soon. Then, disabled by that creep wave coming in. Io buys back early. Sven's alive in 7. Slardar might have to spend his, but it looks like 404. They're going to be pretty structured with how they approach this. Get the outpost first, and come back in if need be. That's another repair kit charge. I believe all of them now gone. Enchantress still has... No, Enchantress has two still. Never mind.
Well gotten.
Yeah, hiding in the backpack. Oh, Roshan fast spawn in a minute. Still wait.
Kill Submarine and do something. There is no clip.
Maybe try it once, force the glyph, and then try it again. But I was wondering the same thing. You know, I was looking back at this throne thinking, is it an opportunity for them? So they are coming in strong. Sweeping through that jungle.
Careful for 50.
Oh, Solo sees the Invoker. Yeah, you're right. They need to bring Ramses across here. Brown Boots Spectre. Wait, what's happened there? She had phase boots, right? Maybe she sold them to buy Abyssal Blade? And then rebought brown boots?
It might have been that.
Oh, they see Spectre. Ramses. Oh, this is so big for Yellow Submarine. Immediately onto the Spectre. Buyback is available. And there's the Doom. Jumping in. Zayat has found the initiation. They buy back and Horn. Spectre's in. So bad dropping low. The Io's about to fall. No buyback on him. Great radial. Deafening blast from Toronto, Tokyo. But it's the Sven that's in trouble. He's isolated. The Stormhammer's there and he will find Zayats. But the Spectre's running rampant through the Yellow Submarine side. He's knocked on the door of the submarine. They've opened it up and they're starting to sink. Miposhka. Oh, that's troubling, isn't it? Poor little Bambi found by the Ramses and Solo as Sumail runs forward onto Toronto, Tokyo. Minotaur Horn and that BKB allowing him a little bit of space there to fall back, and triple buybacks coming through from Yellow Submarine as they know that Doom won't have one. Venomancer does, but it's all getting very close around this fourth Roshan, which is going to be up in about a minute.
Buybacks, like I would say, it was a good fight for also. Buybacks, it kind of doesn't take it away necessarily, just like make them now that, okay, now also you can't make the mistake. So they did force a buyback from Ramses, which is big, because he can't do that play again for 7 minutes. At the same time, now Submarine knows Soulcomber gonna come down to this next. By the looks of it, it's gonna be Submarine. If they get that rush, the Aegis first will probably fine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this next big fight is going to be monumental for them. Radiant Courier. Look at how many couriers are scouting out Roche. Io, Sven, Crystal Maiden. It's a party of couriers in the pit. No, don't kill the Drodo. Leave it alone. And Roshan respawns under the nose of the Invoker.
So
I guess Ag's Invoker, then you got Cataclysm.
Radiant's courier has been
And there's Ag's Blessing, Refresher, and Cheese on that Toronto Tokyo Invoker. Oh, they hand the Refresher over to the Sven, in fact, so I guess double BKB, double Satanic going to be handy for them. Even Silver Edge to hit the Spectre a couple of times.
he could be good. Double Cataclysm. Try that, but
404. Solo is going for that aggressive ward play. Miposhka's there, baiting back and forth. Ramses is ready to jump in. They've got the Doom initiation. Slardar blown up by the life drain of the Dagon. And yeah, you're right, he doesn't have buyback. So now it's a 5 versus 4. Haunting forward, looking for Toronto, Tokyo. Who have they got in the back? It's Miposhka, the Enchantress, as the other 3 remaining members of Yellow Submarine all float back to the Dire base. A 5 versus 3 with the mid lane open. Tier 4s.
bad because they definitely know that buybacks they did in the last fight now. If even though Sven has Aegis, I don't see them necessarily killing easily without the, unless they do some sick like burst him on the high ground quick.
Oh, Sven, he's going for the ballsy play. Meteor coming through as no one. He's going to get himself out of there with a quick little decrep back. Ramsey stuck in the ice wall. Zayat has initiated, but the Lotus Orb bouncing the stun onto Sven as the IO does heal him up. Good tether and good heals from Sobad, and Sven is able to stand his ground. Hit with the Silver Edge and the Stormhammer again. And Ramsey's holding cheese, waiting for that moment to turn around in the fight and keep on zapping this Invoker with the Dagons. Pugna from long range is doing great damage, but Ramses is struggling to survive. Yatoro, though, is in a difficult position now. He's healed up to full. Ramses Manta to get away, and Sumail are just plinking up these backline heroes, but they've killed off Ramses. A triple for Yatoro in this 3 versus 5. Yellow Submarine are doing it. Oh, they've got the Pugna now as well. The Linkers pop, trying to glimmer and decrep himself out of this one, but it is a rough spot to be in. An ultra kill now for Yatoro, and Yellow Submarine have yet again turned the tides.
That's Sven, like, getting, it's like 20%.
Well-gotten gains.
Panic, IO heal, all that up, and now they did that 60. Able to hold that high ground, and
Go for me.
they don't have buybacks on.
Yeah, it looks like it. Sven's going straight for throne. Game 2 here. A real close-fought battle between these two sides. There's a glyph, Sumail, and no one. I mean, no one's got a long walk all the way back in towards the mid lane, but I think the throne's already gone. Zayats calls it. GG, well played. Yellow Submarine tie things up here.